Welcome to the Dirt Shed Show, where we're going to be taking a look at an amazing 2016 and some of the stuff you've been sending in recently.
Plus, we hope that you've had an absolutely amazing Christmas, got lots of presents from Santa, including some GMBN swag, and if you have, make sure that you send us a pic of you wearing it.
And we're going to take a look at what's coming in 2017, plus some really big news.
Let's do it! It's the Dirt Shed Show!
Ew!
Well, 2016 has been an absolutely incredible year for mountain biking, but what were the highlights? I'm quite interested. What were your highlights, lads? Scott, what was your best bit of this year?
Come on, I think that we all know that mine is going to be Whistler.
Oh, yes.
I had a wicked time, Crankworks went off, we did so many videos, had a couple of sakis with Neil as well, and just generally, it was all good times.
Yeah, you've talked about not much else since. You love it there.
And I'm already planning 2017 now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Brilliant. What about you?
I think mine, racing-wise, was the two British world champions, Danny Hart and Rachel Atherton.
Yeah, it was an incredible year. We're slightly biased here in the Dirt Shed. For UK, had a great season.
Absolutely.
Danny Hart was in the shed at Christmas.
It was.
Felt pretty special, didn't it?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
And they gave us a few sneaky highlights to how he did it and behind the scenes.
Yeah,
so.
we learned a lot about Danny Hart that day, didn't we? Yeah, he's a very interesting character. Yeah, can see why he's world champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, very dedicated.
Come on then, what was your favourite?
My favourite was, well, I had that amazing point in the year where I got to go up to Fort William, do some filming with you boys, hang out at a World Cup. I think it's been voted one of the best World Cup races in history, not only this year. Obviously, it was Steve Peat's last race at Fort William. There was the Stevie Smith train. It was just an amazing event.
It was very special, but I tell you what, I think next year you're going to have to come to Whistler.
Whistler is, it's on my bucket list. I want to go there. Yeah, so it's looking forward to 2017 already.
So a couple of weeks ago, we asked on the Dirt Shed Show, what makes you a real mountain biker? And we've got a couple of people here that agree with me. Edge of Sanity says you're a real mountain biker when your body contains some metal. Actually, I don't have that, so no, maybe not. And then Cesar Capizondo says, what makes us real mountain bikers would be the scars on our shins. Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, we definitely can all vouch for that. Alex Paulson is saying, maybe you're a real mountain biker when you say hello to your fellow cyclist. The controversy of whether roadies just ignore everybody on purpose, raising its ugly head again.
I had it this weekend. I was on my mountain bike riding down the road, waved at a roadie, totally ignored
Terrible.
This is something that we really need to take up with the GCN boys.
Next time I'm going to do this, so they can't ignore me.
But I tell you what, guys, and this is one that I 100% agree with, and it's from Nikolai Lund Jensen. He says, to be a real mountain biker, you have to have ridden actual mountains. Yes.
No, I don't agree with that.
I do.
No, I don't agree with that. I think you're a mountain biker when you get out on your mountain bike and you ride. I don't think it matters where you ride it.
2016 has been a massive year for us at GMBN. We've done 50 million views.
Wow.
That's all you lot watching all our videos. That's pretty amazing.
Over 50 million views.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, it's a lot of videos, and we've got some favourites. So what are our favourite videos from GMBN this
Go
year?
on, Neil, you kick it off.
My favourite was one I made, Is Aerodynamics Important? Did it in Spain. It was a lot of fun, got my old skin suit out, and yeah, it is important, aerodynamics. So more investigation is needed. Get the skin suit back.
I'm going to be able to guess what yours is. So
yeah,
come on.
my favourite has got to be Down Not Out. It was like one of the my favoritist, one of my bestest, one of my most loved trips of my life. So Down Not Out, definitely my favourite.
And mine, yeah. Brilliant.
And my one has got to be flats versus clips. The Enduro edition had so much fun. And like what people said in the comments, I actually hadn't ridden flats for absolutely ages. So chunked them back on, it was like a breath of fresh air. And I think the video really shows just how much fun I was having on them.
Yeah, let us know your favourites down in the comments below.
Yeah, and it's interesting to know that each of our favourite videos are the ones we had the most fun doing.
Exactly.
Just goes to show it's great fun. Progression session time, and we're starting with a really nice little clip from Aidan Appleton, who's sending his bike off this 5-foot drop, and he's very proud that he's absolutely smashing his forks to bits, bottoming them out. Well, it's definitely progression. It's quite a big drop, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And it's kind of almost like a wheelie offer that he does.
Watch this landing.
Oh,
yeah.
You see the whole bike just flex and come in together.
Yeah, like Aidan.
Nice one.
Nice
Not a bad
job.
effort. The next one comes from Scurvy Dog, and he's been practicing his bunny hops over a big tree stump outside his house by the looks of it.
So this is this morning.
Yeah, nice.
So he just manages to roll
just
over it.
getting over it, yeah.
Later
Later in the day. He's building the suspense, isn't he? Something amazing's going to happen. Here he comes. Oh, clean,
nice.
very hot.
Nice.
That is good.
Actually, that's a super nice.
Shows some progression there. Good job, Scurvy Dog.
And the last one comes from Dragos, hitting a really big jump actually in the snow. P.S. Love the Dirt Shed show.
Whoa.
It's a big step down.
Whoa! Oh my God, that
It was
last
cool
jump.
to see him go from like the little jump and then boost it even more and get that
Moving
more,
on, progression.
get more
That's what it's all about. Fails and Bells time, and here's a photo to get us in the mood from Brad
Radovanovic.
exactly, who's dislocated his little finger and ruptured the tendon. Ouch! But let's celebrate that with some amazing clips from where you've been getting it wrong just slightly on Fails and Bells. Run VT!
Go on, Dan! Yeah, boy!
Love seeing a good OTB.
And a good wipeout. But don't forget to keep sending them with yard sales and fails to dirtshed@gmbn.com. Danny McCaskill, what do we know him for?
Well, we know him for trials videos, blooming good ones, we know that much.
What about his own brake line from Magura?
Well, I hadn't heard anything about this.
Inspired by yourself, I believe. He wanted those HS, what were they?
It was the HS33 race lines back in the day, bright, luminous yellow. They were pro brake to
always
have.
wanted a set of them too.
Danny wanted them too, and now look what he's gone and done.
Yeah. And these are the MT7s, and those brakes, I've got to say, they look so cool. That bright yellow really stands out on all the bikes. Would you have a set?
I'd definitely try a set. I'd be interested. Have you ever run Maguras in your career?
Did, but it was not back in the golden days. It was halfway in the middle, and they were rubbish. It's when you should have had disc brakes, but they were rim brakes.
Well, they're obviously working now because
Yeah.
Danny Mac's got a few,
I presume they're
few
disc
skills
brakes.
with this.
Yeah,
Danny
they're
Mac
disc brakes, the Danny Mac ones. And I've got to say, if they're like the Maguras that I've tried, they're not the MT7s Danny McCaskill editions, but they worked very well and were surprisingly strong.
Yeah, I definitely know one thing for sure is we're all looking forward to seeing what he does with them. Shall we have a look at some viewer edits?
I think it's time to.
The first one comes from James in Victoria, Australia, and he's shredding in the woods on his $400 mountain bike. And that goes
Nice.
to prove you don't need an expensive mountain bike to be a mountain biker.
No, he's
Respect.
whizzing around. He's looking like he's having a good time.
Very cool.
Yeah. And I'm going to throw to this one from Ben Spears, who sets us up lovely with some shots of his bike and then his mates, and then they go out riding some trails and hitting some dirt jumps, loads of skids, loads of dust, loads of sunshine. It's got everything you need for a great viewer edit.
It's awesome. This one's Santa Barbara. Cool place to ride. I've ridden there.
Very nice.
The tunnel, downhill trail in Santa Barbara. I've ridden. It's cool.
And I'm going to throw to a video from MTB Station. It's of his team rider Florian, and he's shredding his Canyon Drive. And he is literally shredding. He is going super fast, big jumps, hops, even a little bit of slow-mo in there. So it's a real nice one to check out. And just sit back and enjoy.
Yes, now we want to keep seeing your viewer edits, so keep sending them in. You can be a movie star. A movie star, gents.
Yeah,
I mean,
big
who
time.
doesn't want to do that? So send it in to dirtshed@gmbn.com and you'll basically be the next Han Solo.
The caption contest from last week was, I think it might have been you, Scott, in a T-Rex suit. Definitely was you, Scott. Doing a wheelie.
Yeah, it's a blooming good suit, that. I'd like to try that on. I'd look good in my wheelchair in that. First caption that could be a winner is Alejandro Lozano, and he says, "Don't be a donut, wear your dinosaur." That's a good one.
And then I've got one from Ian Brimmel, and he says, a Wheelosaurus right before he wrecks.
Love that one. That's a
That's
winner. Ian, send us your details. We'll make sure we get a JMBN t-shirt in the post.
And here is next week's photo, so we'll love to hear your captions on this fantastic looking boy band.
Yeah, what can we call this boy band? Maybe that should be the caption.
Yeah, name this boy band.
Yeah, funny. Top comments this week aren't just your normal top comments, because they're the top comments of 2016. So Neil, what have you got?
Well, this is on our top 5 winter excuses, and Ocean Caesar says, there's 2 foot of snow here, so I think I'll go riding anyway, but I'm not riding a that bike.
My favourite comment of the year is from Alexander Sewell, who would like to know when we're going to open the safe and reveal our race predictions from 2016. Now, there's a problem with that, and that's why it's my favourite comment, is that we've lost the key and we cannot get in that blooming safe.
They're pretty strong, these safes.
But I'm pretty certain that we all predicted it absolutely correctly. I think that's pretty much how it went.
And it's probably best just to leave them in there.
Yeah, probably best.
Okay, my favourite one comes from Brazilla McBadden. He says, okay, this is a good one. There is more than one Scott genius in the video. Ba-doom.
Get it? I don't get it.
Now, while we're on tech, why don't we have a little bit of a look back at our favourite bits of 2016 and what tech has meant. For me this year, I think it's been the continual rise of the e-bike. Starting to be a bit more accepted, a bit more, everyone's a bit more used to it.
Which I've got to say, I really like, because e-bikes have been one of my favourite things to ride. There's probably going to be a lot of people right now watching going, not agreeing, but once you ride it, it's absolutely awesome. Something else, aside from e-bikes, has got to be the development of the long travel 29er. There are so many brands now that have got 160mm of travel, or even more, with 29-inch wheels, making aggressive trail bikes that can just shred absolutely everything.
And I think actually, going into 2017, we might well see this go to the downhill world. So I've seen it enduro. I'd love to see a 29-inch downhill bike. I've actually seen a spy pic. It's on Greg Menard's Mechanics Instagram of him riding a Santa Cruz Hightower with what looks like a custom linkage, a coil shock, and that big Fox 40 on the front. So a sort of mini downhill bike 29er.
And we've talked a couple of times about rumours of the Atherton's testing with the track and a 29er. So is someone going to finally stump up to the table and bring it there?
I'd love to see it. Now it's time for shout-outs, and as we're looking back over an amazing 2016, let's pick out some of our favourite vids that we've taken a look at this year. What you got, Scott?
I'm going to kick it off with Brendan Howie. He's shredding in the Sunshine Coast, having a blast. He's built these trails from scratch, and the scenery is just beautiful. This one really makes me want to get out there and just ride my bike.
And my favourite mountain bike video of the whole year only came out in the last couple of weeks, and it is This Is PT Episode 3, North versus South. It's just so much fun.
Oh, such a good video. It just makes you want to go out.
That is exactly what mountain biking is, isn't it? It's getting down the trails with your mates, challenging each other, and just having a laugh.
Having a great time. And I'm going to shout out to a video we were all involved in, Down Not Out. Absolutely loved it. It was a high point in my riding career, so we're all very proud of it. And basically to any Brendan Semenek video of the year. Raw 100 was my particular favourite.
I'm going to say laps because that just inspires me.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many good ones, but that guy is smashing it. Right, now it's time for Instabangers, the very best Instagram accounts of 2016. What a prize. Who are they?
Oh, well, I think Anne Caroline Chausson. She's a legend. She's the GOAT, the greatest of all time female downhiller, and she'll follow her on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I think she's the GOAT of mountain biking. That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Nice one.
I'm going to throw it to Jenny Rizvets. Not only is she Olympic champion, world champion for under 23, and she got her first win in 2016 in the World Cup. She's an awesome follower, and I think she has got big things coming for her in 2017.
Yeah, sure has. And my Instabanger I'm going to throw to is old Brendan Fairclaws, Brendog. I personally think this guy is the best mountain bike rider in the world. It's just my opinion. I think he's a World Cup win away from proving that. I think he might do it in 2017. Start following him.
I hope he watches this, sees that, and then goes for the World Cup win and gives him that hunger to get ultimate rider.
The guy has got the skills to pay the bills. He can do anything. He's amazing. It is time for me, well pointed out in the comments by everyone, to take off my hat and get in the bike vault.
Oh, the last one
Let's
of
get in
2016. Come on.
Let's have a look. Right, Kristen McClure. Lapierre.
Oh, Lady Bower, I've been there, right?
What's that?
It's a good
Zesty.
spot.
That is a lovely
I'm going to
mist
give
in the
that
background.
super nice. Kick it off strong.
Do you know why it's super nice? He's got a JMBN sticker.
Oh, what? Well spotted, Neil.
I tell you what, they're hard to get as well.
They are. Super nice to start. Jack from Kent, 16, loves the channel. Oh, I like that bike, actually.
Trek Stash.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a nice. It's close to a super nice.
Pretty close to super nice.
But it's a nice.
I think it's close, but not quite. It's nice. It's nice.
Okay.
Whoa! Jake Beckley's having a laugh with us.
So
Look
he's
at
got,
that.
what's he got, street tyres. I do vaguely remember those giant frames.
That is an amazing looking bike. Look at those handlebars.
That's an old bike.
It's a nice bit, it's pretty damn cool.
Oh, man.
URT.
That is so weird, it's super nice.
Okay, generous.
Wow.
Helmet. Look at that
Controversial.
helmet.
Next one, please.
Okay, moving on.
Oh, 2 dogs in the shot. Neil, what are you going to do about that?
Well, super, super nice, isn't it?
Michael in Australia, you have smashed it. The bike wasn't even necessary.
No, I'm all about the bike, so it's nothing. Next, please.
Okay.
Oh, Jabba Fats. Cool name.
Arizona.
Nice looking shot.
Yeah,
Nice
it's a
looking
nice.
shot.
It's a nice from me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's harsh. I think that's pretty cool.
That was over way too quick this week.
Nice
What a
bikes.
shame. Well, keep your bike vault photos coming in because we love seeing them. We look at all of them and we enjoy just thinking about what you're doing on those bikes. Send them in to dirtshed@gmbn.com and you might make it into the bike vault. Coming up on the channel this week, we started off with a pro bike video, Scotty Lockland.
And it's my Canyon XE.
Oh.
Super nice.
Then Sunday is a big day for us
Yes.
because we've got a video announcing a new member to the team. And we've also got a game of bike video and our New Year's resolutions.
Wow, what a day. And then Monday, keeping on those resolutions, it's all about keeping your bike clean, looking after your gears, keeping your drivetrain clean so it runs even smoother. And then on Tuesday, it's all about how to climb 1,000 meters.
Wednesday, it's interval training to try and get rid of some of that Christmas belly. And then on Thursday, it's Ask GMBN.
And then, of course, on Friday, we'll be back in the shed, chatting to you lot, having fun, looking at videos, all the stuff we like doing.
We might need to find another chair in here.
We might need to. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. It'll be the Dirt Shed Show on Friday.
Well, what a year it has been.
What a year and what a show.
And with that, we want to wish you all the very best as you come into the new year. We'll be seeing you there with more videos, more fun stuff, and plenty more videos.
Yeah.
And talking of videos, if you want to watch one before you go, click right here to see Enduro versus Cross Country.
Click over here for another versus. It's mountain bike versus cyclocross.
And hit the GMBN logo just here to subscribe. You'll get a new video every day of the week and all the fun stuff we put out.
2 things left to do. Check out the shop and then give us a thumb up like.